Hey, Comic Crack. Another mini haul video. Picked up a bunch of stuff today and just wanted to show you three of the ones I'm most excited about. Epic Illustrated #1. I've got this for $2 and you can probably see why. The cover is pretty much all but separated from the rest. The interior, it's all in pretty rough shape, but I saw it and I wanted to get it anyway because I wanted to check out this Silver Surfer story with Galactus. Custom Bromstar Scott had shown this in one of his videos and it immediately went onto a list of mine, and lucky enough to actually find it for cheap, so keeping my eyes open for a much better copy. The colors in this are pretty incredible. I'm not sure who does the art or the coloring in this. I had a quick look at the front and it didn't say any names associated with it, so I have to do a bit of research. The horror. Comic books the government didn't want you to read. These are some horror and sci-fi type stories that came out in the early 1950s, before the Comics Code came in, which was what, mid-50s, right? 54, 55? Correct me if I'm wrong. This one comes with a DVD as well, bonus DVD, confidential file, a rare 30-minute TV show that first aired on October 9th, 1955, about the evils of comic books and their effect on juvenile delinquency. So there you go. So it must have been at least 1955. If that's when this came out. I assume it was documentaries like that kind of panicked people. It's going to be a hell of a... it's tough to do this with one hand there, but give you a little taste of what's inside. You get some recreations of covers. You get a couple of reprints of stories. Get some writing about the various comics and the time period and probably the artists and people associated with it. But you also get some incredible colors, and just like the reprinting on this is pretty fantastic. So I'm very excited to dig into this sucker. Anyway, there's a quick look at that. And then last I wanted to show you this from NOBROW Press. A graphic cosmogeny. 24 artists take on 7 pages to tell their tales of the creation of everything. This is the first graphic novel that this company has put out, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. I'll just give you a quick flip through it. Not sure if it's recycled materials that this is printed on, but each page has quite a texture to it. I'm sure it says somewhere in there. So nobrow.net, NOBROW.net, printed in Italy, 2010. Doesn't really say. I'm sure it will somewhere in there. I'll do a bit of searching later. But just to give you a taste of this, it was unwrapped on the shelf at the bookstore, and I'd seen it there before Christmas. I'm glad that it was still there when I went back today to Chapter's bookstore. Very excited about this. The art and the coloring I think is incredible. This one in particular, this story really jumped out at me the first time I flipped through the book. A bunch of artists associated with this who I've never heard of before. I had a look at the website briefly today, and there's a ton of prints and stuff you can get, and t-shirts and single issue comics from all the artists. Highly recommend. It's a bit more on the pricey side, but for the kind of work that you're getting, I think it's pretty worth it. So looking forward to digging into this one as well. Going to be some quality reading. Just flip through the rest of the book, give you a little idea of what else you're dealing with. That story, there was a couple. I'll leave you with this. Leave you with a look at these pages here.